Good morning, everyone. Dumaleng, Mulweni, Goeiemorgen, and welcome to this historic occasion. And it's great that we have good weather to celebrate as we commemorate today a total of more than 435 newly qualified graduates from the faculties of Engineering and the Built Environment and the Faculty of Science. We're especially excited to graduate 46 new doctoral candidates who have contributed to the global body of knowledge with their research. On behalf of the University of Cape Town, I congratulate all of you. I congratulate also your parents and the other loved ones who've supported you through your hard work as you've studied for this qualification. We celebrate this moment with you because we've all walked the path with you during your time at UCT. And that's all kinds of staff at UCT and fellow students who have been with you through this time. I want to take this opportunity to charge each of you to, in turn, give as you are able, to help others to rise with you. We're so fortunate to have the opportunities of our higher education and the UCT's idea of lifting as you rise is a key part of who we are. You all know the guiding mission of the UCT Vision 2030, to unleash human potential to achieve a more fair and just society. And your education has unleashed some of that potential in you, and you will unleash your further potential as you commit to lifelong learning. But beyond that, you will find that in helping others to stretch their own boundaries, you will stretch your boundaries as well. We're sending you out into the world that desperately needs this kind of leadership. We are entrusting our future to you, our graduates, and we are proud to do so. I'll now invite our Acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Elewani Ramagondo, to constitute the congregation for this ceremony. Thank you.
It's very windy. Ninjani. Nathi siyaphila. By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I constitute this assembly a congregation of the University of Cape Town. As Professor Sue Harrison indicated, I serve in this role as Acting Vice Chancellor. Our Vice Chancellor, Professor Mamokgethi Phakeng, circumstances permitting, would have been here, and you know that she loves being part of graduations. She is in good spirits, and we ask that you keep her in your thoughts. Yes, we walked the journey with you throughout your time at UCT, and this is all of us, including those who clean the spaces you've walked, the spaces you've lived in, those who drive you around, those who make sure that the gardens look as pristine as they do, such that we can take pictures, beautiful ones today, those that make sure that our campus is safe and the people within it are safe. We have all walked the journey with you. I also wish to acknowledge the presence of our golden graduates. These are alumni from 1972. We celebrate with you as well today.
So there are many ways to celebrate today, and one way is to the words of an Mbongi, who is a composer and an orator of poems of praise. Mbongi offer critical commentary and narrative on the state of society through their Izibongo. Here, to offer a poem of praise, an Mbongo, in honor of the graduates and their families and teachers is producer, playwright, performer, and UCT Masters graduate, Sipakazi Jonas, who opened South Africa's State of the Nation, or SONA, address with her adept verse last year. Welcome.
Maine! Maine! Maine vula! Mawavule kamazulu kukrazuke lo mafu abhonxileyo. Avuza imvula yentsikelelo. Kuba nazi izifundiswa benxamile. Benxaniwe, benxanelwe ikamve likholisa umphefumlo. Babile beziduba besebenza imini nobusuku phansi kwedyokwe yemfundo. Kodwa lo ngumhla wemisebenzi yabo emihle. Bathi abantwana xa bedlala bathi chapha imanzi lokho yam. Nam ndiyanqinelana nabo ndithi qum makududume. Let the rain fall on the shoulders of those who bear the weight of rural dreams. Those who are trees planted to bloom under the sun of knowledge, who must produce a fruit that will transform destinies and communities. We see your people in you. We see how they see themselves in you, those who are first and only leaving home with nothing but hope and a promise to return. Nothing but hope and a promise to return. But today you exchange that robe of responsibility for pride, for a cap and a gown and a piece of paper which has guided you like a map. But today you wield it as a map to chart the path of the many feet that are eager to walk in your footsteps, dressed in nothing but dreams and your story. Maine vula. To those of you who wield their degrees like a spade to rebuild what has been broken, who will break new ground in stubborn places, magututume. To those of you who are fattened by knowledge, who graze their books day and night, chewing the cud so they can teach young stomachs how to digest, naguni magututume. To those of you whose very presence will demand inclusivity in their disciplines, teaching old tongues to pronounce their names correctly, makututume. And to those of you who have suffered the bite of circumstance, whose every effort was shredded by the teeth of mental health, you scarred survivors, ditikuni makututume. Siyavuyisana nani. Kodwa ke sisiqalo esi. Zenihlakule, nilime, nivune, nipheke, niphakele thina sonke, sitye isizwe sethu sihluthe. Siyavuyisana nani? Halala, dithi qum, makududume.
Thank you very much, Sipakazi Jonas, for setting such an appropriate tone for the ceremony. And I now invite Professor Elewani Ramagondo to confer the qualifications.
By the virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I admit to the degrees specified and grant the diplomas specified the candidates recorded as in absentia. I shall now admit to the degrees specified and grant the diplomas specified the candidates to be presented to me.
Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the following graduates in the faculties of Engineering and Built Environment and Science. for a thesis entitled Cultural Historical Investigations into the Dialectics of Skills Development, Implementation, and Occupational Identity in the Informal Construction Small and Micro Enterprise Workplace, Sylvia Francis Hammond. John Christopher de Kock. Rashid Nakardin. Chelsea Jackie de Morny. Namudi Regina Makata. Seturumane Johannes Tema. Daryl Keenan Mack. Kotatso Leon Matlala. Dane Brandon September. With distinction in the coursework component, Rhonda Yolanda Hyde. Thank you. With distinction in the dissertation, Hopman Huato Paul Kruger Mavundla. For a thesis entitled Theory and Practice of Real Estate Valuation in Developing Countries, a Case Study of Kenya, Irene Aliaka Chelotti. Sasha Luka Abramovitz. Daniela Sapia Aldera. With distinction in the coursework component, Gianluca Ugo Aldera. With distinction in the coursework component, Geordie Douglas Thulis. Calvin Luke Gibbs. With distinction in the coursework component, Brendan Taylor. Ntabi Singh Ramotlokane. Kenneth Mxolisi Sitole. Njabulo Zimu. Bryn Robert Caldwell. Jessica Jane Hawthorne. Liam Berry. Mugonzo Bevan Mongwe. Samuel Kalenga Mbia. Tabisile Prudence Nkosi. Stembiso Knowledge Nkosi. Lindokuhle Abigail Mawala. Paswane Pamela Maputi Sepe. Daniel Fisser. Anel Bailey. Sean Smats Barnard. Lerato Jean-Marie Salome Malopo. For a thesis entitled The Relationship Between Diversity, Leadership and Innovation in the South African Construction Industry, Kolosa Madikizela. For a thesis entitled A Study on Commercial Property Pricing in Uganda, Rachel Daisy Mirembe. For a thesis entitled The Effect of Long-Term Azithromycin Treatment on the Respiratory Microbiota of HIV-Infected Children with Chronic Lung Disease, Regina Esinam Abotsi. For a thesis entitled Beak and Feather Disease Virus Vaccines and Challenge Material Produced in Plants and Cell Culture, Maylie Linda Rose Boysa. With distinction, Carla Cronje. Kutlang Elias Mabusela. Emilia Joyce Mupwedi. With distinction in the dissertation, Paul Namalomba. Hilja Nagakola. With distinction, Shamiz Patel Papatanasio. Joshua Daniel Barnes. With distinction, Samuel Efata Damakonjovo Ndutapo. Leila Neft. With distinction, Lazarus Molatleki Molope. Peterson Mpareng Mpihlela. Danielle Lufa. Jietsa Ramsarup. With distinction, Johnson Damilola Aditutu. Mobolaji Oladipupo Windapo. Tobekani Andile Mbata. Kudzai Chris Katira. For a thesis entitled Toward a Comprehensive Platform for Simulating Aeroelastic Gust Encounters, Full and Reduced Order Models, Roy Anthony Devoy Horwitz. Lulama Nokwazi Linda. Talia Popo Ndlovu. Michael Hogwe. With distinction, Wilton Michael dos Santos Antonio. With distinction in the coursework component, Francois Evert. Tefo Advent Motang. Moka Mopeli. For a thesis entitled Fast and Efficient Approaches to Large-Scale Occupancy Models, Alan Ernest Clark. With distinction, Michael Philip Anthony Armitage. Helen Grace Antonopoulos. Mdodzi Comfort Nzolwini. With distinction, Robert Cameron Lees. Chloe Soul. With distinction, Mpho Tladi. With distinction, Cameron Matthew Matham Bitar. Arship Ngwe Manzila. Kirana Malapermal. Maxine Penelope Harrison. Don't leave that there. Amin Slamang. Luca Pengari Dimi Barbas. Shane Joshua Helsinger. Tohir Ahmed. With distinction, Jared William Dowie Dunn. Wendy Schlengiwe Kumalo. For a thesis entitled The Karoo Sea Sand in Changing Climates, Early Jurassic Interdune Lakes and Erg Dynamics in Southern Africa, Howard Vincent Head. Much better. With distinction in the coursework component, Jinty Ann Jackson. With distinction in the coursework component, Mildred Nakungu. With distinction, Quinton Oliver de Jong. With distinction, Bedoni Mugabe. Humphrey Nyambia. Yasin Golchalvis Nur Mohammed. Tobias Ox. Ellen Catherine Hartenberg Arrow. With distinction, David Griffin Jones. With distinction, James Temlet Hockey. For a thesis entitled Deep NIR Imaging of Galaxy Clusters in the Vela Supercluster, Narj Hatamkhani. Makosi Edith Moremi. Banele Nokai. Jeff Kimasere Watitwa. With distinction in the coursework component, Nicola Sarah Duplessis. With distinction, Candace Denner. James Charles Dibier. Austin Bruce Connolly. Tanaka Nicole Maturere. Karine Magum Silatsa. Alexandra Azevedo. For a thesis entitled The Genetic Basis of Plumage Polymorphism in the Black Sparrowhawk, Edmund Schramm Rodseth. With distinction in the coursework component, Kayla Ann Andra. With distinction in the coursework component, Magdalena June Ramilo Henry. Titseko Diketseng Mofokeng. For a thesis entitled The Supramolecular Derivatization of Pharmaceutically Relevant Compounds via Co-crystallization and Cyclodextrin Inclusion Complexation, Alexios Ivan Vikatos. Carly Ilana Wise. With distinction in the coursework component, Luca James Kwesi Walpe. Michaela Ann Cross. For a thesis entitled A Contact Implicit Direct Trajectory Optimization Scheme for the Study of Legged Maneuverability, Stacy Lee Shield. For a thesis entitled An Investigation into the Flotation Response of Spiralite by Comparative Evaluation of Crystal Structure and Bonding Atoms, Sebia Piccanini. For a thesis entitled Optimization of Magnetic Couplers for Inductive Power Transfer Applications, Sampath Duminder Jayalath Amarasingh Dhanapati Arachige. For a thesis entitled Architectural Level Computational Hardware Abstraction, a New Programming Language for FDPGA Projects, John Philip Taylor. Declan Kyle Malloy. Nsumi Makwarela. Tato Matlo. With distinction, Nicola Ann Sassman. Tyler Daniel America. Amira Katrada. For a thesis entitled Molt as a Dynamic Link in the Annual Cycle of Birds, Insights from Seabirds and a Long-Distance Migratory Raptor, Olwadunsan Emmanuel Adekola. With distinction, Emily Catherine Nicklin. With distinction, Silke Freya Brandt. Kakala Munamati. Mansur Jacobs. Patrick Mulang Wanamutom. Michael Anthony Jared Ross. Renita Anand Raidu. With distinction, Ryan Dean Lazar. With distinction, Joshua Peter Redlinghurst. With distinction in the dissertation, Laura Ann Engel. With distinction, Ivan Nicholas Jerichevich. James Stewart Swingler. With distinction, Zach Colin Walpe. Ali Kani Ashipala. With distinction, Farai Chikomba. With distinction, Maximilian Ludwig Keretzi. Doreen Eliona Ituwe. Timbeka Zaman Gomane. With distinction, Ungezwa Mbaba. Sanginkosi Sangi Lalo. Siyavuya Bonono Majokweni. Lepadima Victor Pokane. Selo July Bapela. Akani Abi Junior Chabalala. Jason Michael Knight. Katiego Chepo Gaveni. Zimkita Zenanden Kata. Rose Mayembe. Busui Christian Adatitun. With distinction, Ran Mai Brokenshaw. Tsungai Nkoma. Michael Andrew Bennett. For a thesis entitled A Disformally Coupled Quintessence Mimicking the LCDM Background, Avishek Dusoya. Zakiti Kulu. For a thesis entitled Investigation of the Electrochemical Dissolution of Spirulite in Cyanide Ferricyanide Systems, Khatija Bibi Sheikh. For a thesis entitled Oxidative Dehydrogenation of Ethine with Carbon Dioxide over Iron Nickel Nanoalloys Supported on Metal Oxide Overlayers, Shane Resiale.
Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the following graduates in the faculties of Engineering and the Built Environment and Science. With distinction, Jonathan Plaiston. For a thesis entitled Application of Molybdenum Carbidote Catalysis for the CO2-assisted oxidate detergent Will Not Marquardt. For a thesis entitled Using Ecological Concept to Restore the Drylands in Namaqualand, South Africa, Caroline Helen Becker. Comfort Watu John Massey Gumbe. With distinction, Christopher Mullins. Dasmi Maharaj. With distinction, Adam Odali. With distinction, Nasima Atuklan La Mohammed. Amishka Rangathan. Ferocia Padayache. Gareth Reeve Edwards. With distinction, Clayton Kevin Baker. Timothy Brian Rulf. Andre Sanchez Barreiros. With distinction, Sunny Erasmus. Teferi Mekonnen Abbey. With distinction in the dissertation, Menelik Gizo Neguisi. Maria Magdalena Simbara Mberema. Kama Matolengwe. With honors, Mufaro Ephraim Dondo. Karabo Muleta Makole. Tatenda Taunayasha Shuro. With distinction, Thomas Anthony Wejed Bruce Todd. With distinction, Leonidas Martinez Karamanov. With distinction, Aya Forward. Erin Buchanan. Sisipo Casa. Leo Tawani Kanorovitz. Zoe Onka Amalia Westro. For a thesis entitled The Influence of Concrete Mix Composition and Environmental Exposure on Long-Term Chloride Ingress in Concrete, Rukashna Possession. For a thesis entitled Single Electron Transport in Semiconductor Natural Structures, Nashita Hanif. For a thesis entitled The Paleobiology of the Late Permian Dichotomy Endopium, Ira Yasmin Mivi Maharaj. Linda Mafunu. Karen Tashinga Mapie. Chenesai Nesisa Nyakunu. With distinction, Rukaya Ibrahim Mansour. Shiluba Palisa Masanganya. Pabalo Katlejo Edgar Mantata. Sepiso Lisokonono Modumo. Sheila Martina Sikasembe. Amos Rahwale. Gift Kitseisiwe Muloisane. Masloko Nono Kadime. Lafres Bushna. Giles Gordon Sinclair Stevenson. Diana Lee Soils. With distinction, Atelier Duplessis. For a thesis entitled Investigating Red Pigmentation Production by Penilician Papiologum DSM, Caroline Ashler Holm. Mandisi Donald Moya. Valentine Naka Chisomo Kaupa. With honors, Fatima Leonard. With distinction in the coursework component, Timothy Frederick Tyrone Montfort. Rasul Backstead. With distinction in the dissertation, Dabulo Tella. With distinction in the dissertation, Mohammed Amin Mullah. With distinction, Victor Kajungu Silveri. With distinction, Wana Mwale. Rukofete Kutlwano Hope Mukoteli. Lifa Agnesius Nkambanyane. Nkayabo Sipiwe Sitembe. Nyarazai Michelle Chimuguche. Thesis entitled Short-Term Level Forecasting using Machine Learning Technology, Maria Cristina Ingreso. Felanimbuso Prince Mapumulo. Asha Ibrahim. Mahoti Arthur Lislonia. With distinction in the coursework component, Ibrahim Stienkamp. With distinction, Sinatemba Mkize. Marion Müller. Nice. Samuel Olu. With distinction, Mishka Collier. Lwanje Sifanele Msaleku. Sizamkele Gift Kayemba. With distinction in the dissertation, Mohammed Iksan Ali. Tanyarazwa Thelma Hungwe. Yungkei Hemon Wong. Simon Musutu Mutau. Stefani Mutimele. Vedas Baichu. Cheratizo Matowe. With distinction, Heila Natanya Heffen. Grant Kevin Dyers. Munib Badenrum. Manu Ahmed. With distinction in the dissertation, Riranzu Anele Koza. With distinction in the coursework component, Khema Chisomo Walker. Abusiswe Ndaba. Zachariah Pride. Sangezo Kenene. For a thesis entitled An Assessment of 4 Decades of Wave Power Viability, a Critical Requirement for Coastal Resilience, Candice Hall.
Sharing with anyone else, or is it just yourself reading?
Okay, I've got somebody to share.
Okay, all right, then I suggest you switch over now because they will miss it.
Okay. For a thesis entitled Modeling Waves and Near Shown Circulation Around the Cape Peninsula Towards Enhanced Prediction for South African Coastal Activities, Mark DeForce.
Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present you the following graduates. Kerry Ann Cooper-Wright. For a thesis entitled Most Scale Patterns of Mammal Diversity and Occurrence in the Karoo, Zoe Ann Woodgate. Farisai Dakwa. Rushin Royan Gallant. Murendeni Munyai. For a thesis entitled Beyond to Bottlenecks, Expression of the Complementary Enzymes and Permeabilization of Cell Membranes to Improve Performance in Escherichia coli, Brownwin Elizabeth White. For a thesis entitled Usable and Maintainable Service Realizers for isiXhosa and isiZulu, Zola Mashlaza. For a thesis entitled Potential Impacts of Climate Change, Land Use Change on Hydrological Drought in the Western Cape, Mira Naik. Well done. Tamagu Mata. Abiyoy Elijah Oyatoye. Apiwe Bangiso. Emmanuel Kwame Seki. With decision in the dissertation, Ernest Nyasha Mashanda. For a thesis entitled Investigating the Platform Function Relationships of Plasmodium Haim Detoxification, Lynn Muteo Wambua. For a thesis entitled Design of Selective Plasmodium Falciparum Kinase Inhibitors Using Computer-Aided Discovery, Stephanie Gathoni Kamunya. With distinction, Tinotenda Madzigira. For a thesis entitled Establishing Relevant and High-Quality Domestic MRV Systems to Support Effective Climate Change, Tapelo Clifford Mohale Letete. Steve Sianda Mankai. For a thesis entitled Simulating the Characteristics and Influence of the Botswana High over Climate Southern African Using Model for Prediction, Molulugoa Linda Maui. Mogamat Nu Ali. Sidile Notile Mayola. For this is entitled Elaboration of 4 post-13 Adelis transferase inhibitors as anti-malaria agents. Mokitli Morake. Jan van Jasveld. Jack van Jasveld, yes, thank you. Hello. Leslie Ann Maria Jonathan. Blessing Rerato Lukeri. Well, blessing. Taban Levisona. Warwick Dawes. Peter Anthony Marsh. Ntubeko Barra. Tatenda Wellington Jambaya. Ola Patrick McNear. With distinction in the dissertation, Dilsholono Opel Molefe. Tabani Kadi. Noluvuyo Dila. With distinction in the coursework component, Fortunate Molwase Shingange. Sachin Rizio Low. Pidulo Millicent Matamela. Fuyiseka Catherine Babata. Mpo Anton Daba. That's good. Thank you.
So that concludes our formal graduation ceremony. But I trust the feeling of joy and accomplishment will continue and grow during the coming days. I wish you all a very happy and safe celebration and great things ahead as you take these degrees into your future careers. Thank you very much. I now invite Professor Eluwani Ramagondo to dissolve the congregation.
Congratulations again for all our graduates and all our academics, including teachers and supervisors, many of whom have joined us on the platform today. By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I hereby dissolve this congregation of the University of Cape Town.